welcome back to Open, everyone. Bueno, get your rolos and your outfit ready because our next two guests have decided to create an event that will include everything from salsa, raffles, and art, and of course, rolos. And that's to help raise money for grassroots organizations benefiting Puerto Rico. Joining us to tell us more, we welcome artist and activist Brunilda Munoz and occupational therapist and activist Raquel Olmo. Hello, ladies.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, I wish I was prepared. I should have wore rolos. This is such an amazing concept. I can't stress it enough. And when I say it's an amazing concept, I mean, like, who doesn't want to wear rolos and go dance salsa?
I haven't heard anyone say that they didn't want to. So everyone was like, that sounds like it's going to be a blast.
I knew we were going to have a little bit of problems with the song, but I figured, let's give it a shot.
Try.
Let's give it a shot. So, all right. So, first of all, where did you come up with this concept?
Actually, Bruni came up with it. Her nickname is Bruni. And she just contacted me one day. She's like, I know you want to do fun events. I was saying, I have to do fun events for Puerto Rico. And she called me one day. She says, what about Salsa Con Rolos? And I was like, that sounds like fun. Like, why not? And that was it. We just ran with it.
I love it, because normally we put the rolos on to get ready to go dance salsa. So, all right, so what are the requirements to attend this event?
So this event, you have to come dressed to the nines.
With
Makeup
rolos
on,
on?
and with rolos
Con
on.
rolos. Son con
Right,
rolos.
you have to have rolos on and just be ready to have fun, but also be made aware of what's happening in Puerto Rico and why they need the continued support.
Right. So yeah, I want to have a conversation about that, right? Because I'm wondering, like you guys may be wondering, like, what do you mean we're still raising funds for Puerto Rico? Yes, we're still raising funds for Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico still has a long way to go.
A very long
And
way.
a very long way to go. And as you know, the governor just recently resigned, and there's a whole nother party that also plays a role in the distribution of funding and or closing of schools.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of factors that are involved here. And so I want to know how you ladies chose the organizations that you're going to be distributing the funds to.
Well, Bruni had the honor of working with Caravel Foundation and Hunger Corp. They've had to switch hats and actually help rebuild homes and do more of the manual labor work because
Yes,
there's
the
such a great
physical
need.
labor.
I want to hear
that's
what
it.
you've done with Maribel, because I was looking at these organizations. I was like, I wonder what made them decide to choose this organization.
Well, this past from January to April, last year I saw the Caravel Foundation in Puerto Rico going out and delivering goods that the people needed. They were sealing rooftops. They were painting homes, and so I know through my friend that was volunteering, they were posting all these videos, and I said I would love to do that too, So I asked Caravel if I can come and join them this year, and they said yes, and so that's how it came about. Because I also do volunteer work around the city. So I wanted to help.
I get it. And so you saw them in action.
I
so
saw them
you
in
can vouch
action.
for them versus
Yes.
figuring out, like, where's the money going, right?
Right.
And so the other organizations are?
Hunger Corp, and they're doing similar work, and they also are helping the agriculture in Puerto Rico for economic stability. And Play for Promise is my nonprofit, both here in New York and in Puerto Rico, where I support families who have young children. And what I did in Puerto Rico, I just came back. I was there for 2 weeks, and I was doing workshops in Puerto Rico teaching pediatric massage therapy as a tool. Because of the financial crisis, everyone thinks, it's because of Maria. It's the financial crisis that's really hurting Puerto Rico and hurting multi-generationally, right? So that's why you have the school closures. That's why you have doctors fleeing, and a lot of families staying behind don't know what to do. So and on top of that, the median annual income for most of the island is $17,000 and below. That's the whole house. So how can you afford your house, your car, and the health care of your child when there's barely any doctors.
Right, especially when everything's being taxed to come right back in. I just came from
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, and I was just like floored by how much everything costs because it's being taxed out, it's being taxed in.
It's outrageous.
And it's not, it's not the government necessarily. It's also the promesa and junta. So there's a lot to unravel there, right? So what I wanted to do is offer my skill set as an occupational therapist and give them something that was tangible, sustainable, that wouldn't cost them anything for them to continue doing, that would support the health care needs of their children. And while I was there, and the multiple trips that I've made, I've been told as to how the special, the funding for special needs children keeps on getting cut.
Depleting. It's depleting, right?
And,
Yeah.
Talking to parents, one mother said, I feel absolutely impotent. I don't know what to do. So I wanted to give them something tangible. And this is just the tip of the iceberg with everything that I planned.
I know we could spend hours talking
Yes.
about all the layers, right? Because it's
Right.
like peeling an onion, and there's so many layers. However, what I do want to say is I so appreciate the concept that you guys created, you ladies created, I should say, in making sure that people get out and enjoy themselves and
Right.
just be free and just kind of like have fun with it and goof off about
That's
it.
the whole thing. It's about, going there, seeing your friends in Rolos and goofing about it, having fun with it, just enjoying it. It's not only serious, but it can be fun,
And making sure it's bobby pinned properly and netted properly because when you're doing the
Yeah, we
class,
got nets. We got nets to hold them
I
up.
was just like, what we're doing, we're rebeldes con rolos de resistencia.
Nice. I like that. I like that. But you got latas on your
I
head.
got latas because I have to keep it eco-friendly.
Nice.
I didn't want to buy the plastic rolos.
She's
So-
doing eco-friendly. I'm doing old school. This is old school.
Vintage. but
Because
it's
that's
vintage
what you
look,
see
right?
in the streets. You see this.
We have great things to raffle off. One thing, because of the protests and everything that was happening in Puerto Rico, we have this picture that was taken by my friend of Bad Bunny in front
Beautiful.
of El Capitolio.
Nice.
This is going to be raffled off. Leo Graphic, my good friend, that's his business, Leo Graphic, and he's living in Puerto Rico. He's a diasporican that has gone back to Puerto Rico to stay.
Nice.
And
then
then
you
we
have-
have these T-shirts for additional donations, which I had made, and this is my hero, Roberto Clemente.
That's everyone's hero. He's
Yeah.
the humanitarian of the year.
Exactly, and his quote, anytime you have an opportunity to make a difference in this world and you don't, then you're wasting your time here on earth.
Beautiful.
And to me, that's powerful.
Isn't
That is
Wonderful.
an
Yeah.
amazing
That's
statement,
that's
and that's what
beautiful.
we should all live by. And I want to thank you, ladies,
Yeah.
for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for basically giving us all an excuse to go out and dance estruja. No,
Yeah, why not? Why not?
but dress to the nines, ¿oíste? Thank you again. Once again, you guys, a Salsa Con Rolos will take place on Friday, August 23rd at El Barrio Art Space, which is located at 215 East 99th Street, and that's happening from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And for tickets, you can visit eventbrite.com/salsa con rolos. All right, stay tuned because Bobby C's weekly sports roundup is coming up next.